My friend Wayne said that this motor was gonna change boating forever. And I thought, well, probably another one of those clickbait videos. And then I was there thinking, yeah, it's a huge claim. But this time, it may be true. It may actually be right. I can't believe I'm saying this. You know why? Because I got one proof nobody else has. My mom. I had the NT300 for almost as old as Lucas is. About 3 years now, 2.5, something like that. That motor, I have put through everything. All kinds of boats, kayaks, running through its paces. I never even cleaned it up once. And it's still kicking. This motor is so good that I lended it to my mom this one time and oh my God, I haven't seen, what the hell is my motor? Yeah, I never saw it again. And that's why I had to reach out to my friends at Newport and kindly request a new motor because the other one is too good. It's gone. Oh, thank you, Lucas. Look at this. It comes with its own. Look at this. It comes with. It clearly comes with. Look at this. It comes with its own cable and kill switch, and you got a little sticker. Even that. Lucas, here, sticker. And of course a manual that nobody cares about, but what is this? I have no idea. Let's put this to the side. Lucas messed up the sticker, but hey, advertising. That's right. The cool thing about this motor is it's brand new to me. So now I got my own. Let's take it on the water. Quick note, this motor, the shaft is long and you got two options, 24.5 inches and 29 inches long. And what that does for you is that it gives you more power, more speed. And when it gets rough out there, this motor is gonna be down there, deep in the water, which means you're gonna have more power because it's not gonna be cavitating, it's not gonna be coming out. Don't ask me how I know. Having that longer shaft proves this thing is not a toy, like for Lucas, but a true motor. Not just for kayaks, but for dinghies, jump boats, whatever you need to power. This thing is super fast, over 7 miles an hour on something like this NS 130. But Newport didn't stop there. They wanted to make something that everybody, anybody would be comfortable buying and using. Most outboards out there are only one. It comes with a battery, the exclusive battery that you could only buy from them, and that it costs $7 billion. This one is different. You could choose to get an amazing Outboard lithium battery, save 10% by using coupon code Aliex Folgueira, or get a cheap battery from Amazon, but don't recommend that. Or if you happen to have 3 12-volt lead acid battery in the garage, you could also use those batteries to power this thing. Or if you want to get fancier, you could get a Newport Low Pro 36-volt battery, which is waterproof, just like this Outboard lithium battery. My point is, you got options. You can choose between battery from Newport, battery from Amazing Outdoors, Amazon. It's your choice. So we got proof that this thing is no joke. It's not a toy. It's a real motor. I mean, my mom took mine. It's crazy. But we need to actually show you what it can do on the water and tell you why it really changed boating forever. Let's go. One of the reasons why this motor changed the game is simply this. Look at this. I'm not making any effort. It's super light. And being a transom mount motor means you could plug it in to pretty much anything that floats. Take this inflatable boat, for example. It comes with a setup that you could put a transom mount on it, but you could get the same idea and get any inflatable paddleboard, make a transom mount, and instantly you're gonna be able to use this motor. It's so easy, even I could do it. So let's go ahead and raise it up. Boom. It clicked there. Let's go ahead and bolt it down. And just like that, the motor is installed. And now for the battery, it comes with this universal Anderson plug, and you could choose whatever battery you want that is 36 volt that is able to power this thing. For today we're using this Low Pro 36 volt battery from Newport. Now some of the things that you may encounter with this Low Pro battery is that it goes to sleep. So the way I reactivate it is by just connecting to the app. And just like that, I connected to the app via Bluetooth. We got full capacity, just one cycle. Oh wow, 58 hours. And at this, I could power this thing probably for 2 hours non-stop. Let me know if you want me to do kind of like a video where I run this thing full blast and I try to drain out the battery, see how long it lasts in real world scenarios. But you gotta watch it, man, because if I go make that video, nobody watches. It's like, boom. But this is how easy it was to set this boat for boating with this epic, ultra light, ultra fast Newport NT300. Very powerful, yet very light, manageable, and low profile. Look at that. Hey, if you do buy one of these things and you happen to lend to your mom or dad, you may not see them again. I mean, your dad, yes, I'm talking about the motor and the battery. Hey, but talk is cheap and anybody could say whatever they want. Let's test some of the arguments that we have as to why this motor changed boating right there on the water. And let's go right now. The first argument is that it's a super light, super compact, yet super powerful system to use, and I think we could prove it by simply just holding our boat to the water fully loaded as you would if you were going fishing anyways. Look at this. I'm just using one hand. I'm already in the water. Just gonna go ahead, make it float. We got our cooler. We got two amazing PCphone carbon R1s paired up with two amazing carbon X2 spinning reels, and we're about to do some damage after we do some water demos, of course. But the cool thing I wanted to show you is that this motor is not just fancy, but also has a lot of adjustment point that you could use for your advantage. In this case, this throttle, if you pull it, could go all the way down, so you have it rested down as you're throttling, or you could have it in the middle, or you could just push back and have it go up if you want to stand up on your boat. About that, let's just get in the water, man. I'm anxious to get in the water. We forgot our paddle, so let's use our made up one. Somebody rescue me. Oh my god, I have to go deep to use my motor. I don't want to mess up my... Wow, it depends on what type of watercraft you have. Some of them may have the seat too close to the transom mount like this boat, but you could choose to have an extender or not based on your position or where you want to sit. Right now, the way that I have it is perfect for this setup because it just works. I do want to see how fast we could push this thing at instant torque. Look at this thing, it's not even like turning, it's going straight. All right, so I feel like we're probably touching some waves and stuff, some shop coming this way, and even with that we're getting 5.8 miles an hour, 5.6. Not bad at all. Look at this. Ooh, 5.9, bro. I'm surprised. Oh my god, like think about what's happening here. I'm all the way back here. Like, this seat should not be here. This thing should have an additional attachment point forward, so you could turn the seat forward and balance the boat out. And I think I may do that. I may put some more D-rings over here to kind of like bring the seat forward and trim the boat so I could like go faster. And we're still pushing, let's see, 5.9 miles an hour. I saw 6.2, but I don't think that is right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and see what happens if I move myself a little forward. Okay, that right there is a problem on this boat. If you move too fast forward, the boat is gonna start digging in, and so you're gonna get the shot, the wave and stuff like that. I saw 6.3, so me leaning right here where I'm sitting right now increase the speed, marking 6.3, 6.1, which means it made it faster, but just leaning forward a little bit. And now I can see why they decided to put the seesaw back, so the boat is sort of lifted when you're sitting on the back. Even though it's not gonna be the fastest setup, at least it is the less wet setup. So that makes sense. I guess I'll take back what I said, because if I move this seat forward, it's just gonna, the boat is gonna dig in. It's a manatee. Is it hurt or something? Oh my goodness, let me put this camera on there. How did this motor change boating forever? First of all, it is super affordable. The fact that this motor runs for about $1,300 or less, if depending if there are sales or not, is a game changer, and it totally changed boating forever. Why? Because you no longer have to spend $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 on a motor's system that has a built-in battery that is proprietary, that you cannot use with other motors or other applications. You no longer have to do that. All you have to do is just get the motor. And if you happen to have 3 12-volt lithium batteries or lead-acid battery in your garage, you could put them in series and go ahead and take it on the water and go and catch some fish. I totally lost my train of thought because we have this fish rudely interrupted my train of thought, but it's gonna die. Shit, it's gonna die. It's gonna die. Hate that. I hate that. I hate it when that happens. There's no way I could have saved that fish. I try. I even put my fingers inside. It has teeth and it was like biting me because I tried to save it and I just couldn't, because it was hooked in the gut. I hate that. If it was a bigger fish, I would have like taken it home because it was gonna die. So do you see what I'm doing here? I'm fishing using my motor as my only motor. If I know what I was doing, I probably scared my fish away. Using this motor as my only motor, catching fish here. This is not illegal, it's not 15. I'm basically on top of fish. But that is point number 2. You know, how you could use this motor as your only motor. Let's go back to affordability, and hopefully the fish stop interrupting my talking points, because it's just gonna get ugly if that keeps happening, man. Like, I'm here trying to make this video and fish just keep eating my bait. It must be my super amazing epic Piscifun Carbon R1 and Carbon X2 that is causing all this problem here that I'm having trying to film this video. Anyways, let's go back here in reverse. So if you happen to have a 36-volt lithium battery or 3 12-volt lead-acid batteries from your old days, you could literally put them in series and take this motor that you just got, hopefully off my affiliate link, and go on the water. You don't have to spend any more money. Well, maybe you have to like set up the cables and stuff, but like nothing fancy, nothing crazy. You don't have to go and spend another $2,000 on just a battery. And what that does is, bro, the fish here are crazy. And what that does is that it makes it super affordable to anybody to own this motor. Because let's say you go ahead and buy the battery and the motor, but later on you change your mind, you want a bigger battery. You could go ahead and just buy the bigger battery, or just get a second battery, put them in series, 236 volts, and boom, you extend your range. Like the fact that you could source your own battery for this outboard is a game changer. Not only that, by being able to source your own battery, you don't have a bulky setup right here on top of this thing. You basically have a super low profile, compact, super powerful motor that is not gonna hurt your back, simply because Newport decided to do the best thing that it could have done by making the system modular. Oh. I had a fish. And you're probably thinking, dude, I don't have a battery, I don't have the motor. If I go and buy the setup that you're using right now, I'm gonna be spending $2,400 or more. I understand, but remember, you're buying a modular setup. So that battery that you're buying, you could use it for other stuff. You could power other motors. Like if you happen to have a boat with a 36 volt lithium, 36 volt trolling motor, you could use the same battery to power your boat and power your smaller crafts. You could sell the battery on its own, and a lot of people are gonna be able to buy it because there's a market for that. You're not selling a dedicated Torpedo battery that costs you 3 arms and 2 legs and nobody else wants because it's too expensive, right? So it gives you flexibility. You could sell the motor alone. Like somebody who already happened to have a 36 volt battery or 3 to put in series, 12 volts, may be more willing to buy one of these motors because it's cheaper, like if you're gonna resell it. But yeah, the initial investment is high, but after you already have the battery, then hey, you could do whatever you need to. There's a lot of motors out there that would take that 36 volt battery. Okay, we got something else. Oh my god, this is heavy, bro. Don't lose it, Aliex, don't lose it. And right now the motor, oh my goodness, oh, I lost him. Goodness, I can't get over how silent this thing is. And that brings me to point number 2. Can you use this motor as your only motor, like a trolling motor, right? Well, I think the answer to that is yes, right? Look at what I'm doing right now. I'm sitting on my 360 seat, going in reverse, using the motor in its reverse capability to better control the speed and where I'm going. Right now, do you hear anything? All right, so I'm going towards, you see all that over there? That is a lot of bait fish around, and all those sea trouts are feeding there. But I'm catching the small one, not the big one. So I wanna get closer to my spot. I might have to change my bait. I'm trying to get closer to the spot so I could get the big ones, because I know the big ones are here. And I'm able to do this because this trolling motor, because this outboard is so silent and it's so powerful, and it has variable speeds that I could either put, right now I got 3% power on it, 8 watts, and I could like go even slower if I want to. All right, so 2% there. So I could match the speed of the current and whatever I am to be where I want to be. So the control of it is ultimate. Yeah, you don't have a fancy remote control trolling motor. I mean, I wish I had one of those around here right now because I could just spot lock, whatever. But days like this where you don't want to deal with an extra battery, an extra motor, you just want to go with your lightweight, super portable motor. Hey, boom, this is all you need, man. This proof that you could do this. As a matter of fact, if you go to the Keys and you go to one of those bridges that has a lot of current, you stay there in the pilings and you sit on your boat, it doesn't matter whatever it is, a dinghy, a kayak, a boat like this, you could do the same thing. You could sit on the back and go in reverse and match the speed of that current to the motor, and that way, why am I missing bites? I think it's my bait, it's messed up. And that way you can stay in place. Like right now, like it's perfect. This is what I'm talking about. You see where I am right now? I'm trying to fish over there. The current, everything is going this way, and I'm matching the speed of my motor to the conditions. All right, so I got like 1 watt. Okay, Finally, I hooked to another one. Boom. I'm able to stay where I want. I'm able to cast to where I want. And I don't have to worry about the sound, the super turk, the boom, the ton, because this thing is electric and it's not an outboard, like a gas outboard that is gonna be noisy, that is gonna give you too much speed on idling, that it's just gonna be a nightmare, that it's gonna force you to wanna use a trolling motor as your fishing motor. And in here, you could use this one as both. So that's why I think this changed the game. That is the most hated fish in the ocean, but something cut it in half. That's probably a cuda around here. This thing is still trying to survive. What the heck? The next reason why I think this motor changed boating forever is because of how easy it is to install on pretty much any type of watercraft you have out there. You can install it on an inflatable boat like this that is built in from the factory to hold a transom mount, but guess what? You could make the same transom mount and put some strap on it and D-rings, and you could power pretty much any inflatable watercraft with this thing, because all you need is just a block like this to hold the motor, and it's gonna work. Oh my goodness. Where's the big ones? I'm just catching the small ones. And you could say, oh man, you could like put any transom motor on anything and it's gonna work. Yeah, you can, but is it gonna work? I mean, think about it. If you put an outboard, even a 2.5, on an inflatable paddleboard that you just happen to get from Amazon for 300 bucks, the thing is just not gonna work, because that outboard is too heavy, it has too much torque, it's gonna pull you up, it's gonna flip you really, it's dangerous. If that prop, which is a metal prop, hits your fancy inflatable, it's gonna be history. And really, even at idle speed, you cannot really control the speed of that motor because it's just too damn fast, because it goes to like 3 miles an hour idling. But with this being compact, lighter, and you being able to control the torque 100%, you could actually do that. You could actually take the risk and put this outboard on an inflatable boat like this one, or you could make your own mount and put it on pretty much any kayak or inflatable boat, especially on an inflatable paddleboard, especially if your kayak happens to have a power pole 1/4 inch insert pattern on the back. Bro, you just put that transom mount that you could buy from TV Nation. I'm gonna put an affiliate link down below. Use coupon code Aliex Folgueira to save you 5%. You could motorize anything with this, and it's not gonna be heavy, so it's not gonna pull your boat down. It's not gonna be ultra aggressive, even though it's super fast. It's not gonna be as aggressive as a gas motor, so that means it's gonna be a smoother ride, it's gonna be a safer ride because of how the motor was built. You don't have the top heaviness of the motor, you don't have the crazy weight of the motor, you don't have the crazy ultra gas torque. You got what you need: impressive speeds, super light, super powerful, super capable. The main problem with a transom mount like that is if you put a heavy motor on the transom mount, I mean, first of all, you have to lift that thing up and you gotta find the right place. It is cumbersome, it is difficult, it's hard to do, but with this motor, it's super easy to do because the motor itself is light and anybody could do it really. Even my mom could do it, and she loved it so much that she took mine. I can't paint a better picture as to why this motor changed the game than this. Look where I'm sitting right now and how I'm able to use this motor as just my one trolling motor and fish. But I could also use it as my outboard and take me here. The flexibility that you get with this motor is unparalleled. Not just in terms of how light it is, how versatile it is, that you could motorize any watercraft because it's a transom mount motor, but also how flexible it is in terms of powering it. that you could use an amazing Outboard lithium battery, or the Newport, or just buy a battery of Amazon if you're willing to go that route, save some money. The choices are yours. The decision is yours. So not only is powerful, flexible, but also durable. And that's why I changed the game.